Okay, so I was hired for 6 weeks to consult for them. And I found out a list of problems that, and by the way, the people who hired me was the CEO of testing of that organization. So I meet the person and I say, what do you want to learn through hiring me? I want to know what the problems are in my organization. Okay, don't you know that already? I know some of them, but maybe you can find some of them. Okay, and I come back and I present, okay, let's say some things. And he said, oh, okay, these problems I know, or these problems I don't know. And the problems that they don't know was actually burning them down. Okay, that's how usually it is. The unknown unknowns are more fearful than the known unknowns. So when I talk to them about how can you break the system, how can you break this system and make your employees speak to you freely, there was things like, no, that'll just create chaos. Now, let me tell you an example. In one of the projects, what was happening is, the customer was an airlines customer, and they were, and this company had outsourced to this Indian IT services company, to develop and to test this particular software. The testers were asked to provide a screenshot of every test or step of the case they executed. A screenshot for every step of the test case they executed. Now, the management of this company hires me to motivate these people. Right? I just go to the CEO and say, don't you know this, that they're not going to be motivated? I mean, why don't you pay them more money? Well, that just creates imbalance, right? Okay. Then I said, how long have you been working with this customer? And they say, a very dangerous number. They say, we've been working with this customer for 5 years. 5 years they've been working with that customer. And I say, 5 years you have not told your customer that this is not the way to do testing? 5 years. Right? Okay, these IT services companies out there, I mean, the big ones, the small ones, and all of these ones, they've been doing testing much more than the people who outsource to them. We all agree to that, right? And none of them has the B to go and say, I am the expert here. Who are you to tell me what I should be doing? So I advised them that you should go to your customer, this big airlines company, and tell them that you are an expert by now. You've been doing that for 5 years. They don't know how to do it. You know how to do it. Okay, you tell them, we will tell you how we will test henceforth. Oh, no. Well, our business with them is going very fine. Why do we rupture that now? So you, as an employer, is willing to, get these testers bored to death. But what is important for you is the money. Well, this is the reality out there, right? But now, this is where the skadoosh thing comes up. We have been changing things. And we've been doing it in a very, very small way. Without the community's support, we will not be able to make great progress. And the community that I'm talking about is you people in here and you people whom you are going to interact with when you go back to your work. Right? So, if I were to tell you that if someone were to fire you for a reason that they shouldn't be firing you, and there is a big community backing you, I'm not talking about the union, the labor laws to be formed and all that stuff. But I'm talking about reasonable laws to be formed. In the community saying, hey, how can this be possible? I mean, you're making testers to execute test cases and capture screenshots for every step executed. And the skadoosh thing is like something like this. What can you do into such cases? You can show to the customer that this is wrong. This is wrong. But how do you say that? How do you say to this airlines company that they have been doing something completely wrong? Okay, here is how I tried to do. Okay, I went on to Twitter and I started searching for tweets that said, how many people were complaining that they couldn't book a ticket? So I captured the tweets and I started monitoring the tweets. I used the tweets, and I also investigated further into their tweets on, if they couldn't book here, if they couldn't actually book here, where else did they book? And what was happening is they were shifting from one airlines to a specific airlines. And it so happened that when I tried to Google for the market share for these two airlines, this customer for whom they're working for, their graph is going like this. Where the tweets were actually telling that they were actually jumping to this airline, their graph was slowly increasing. And I went to their website to see what is it that these people do that this airlines does not do. And they, pardon me for this and they and all that stuff, they had a very simple website. No fancy stuff, no Web 2.0. They had a very simple stuff that works. That's all. But this company had this jazzy UI. There's a lady coming and saying, "Hey, how can I help you today?" Right? Well, somebody has to take a screenshot of that, by the way. Right? Okay. So they were trying to do fancy stuff, but they were caught into things that they were not able to do. And I demonstrated to them, this is where they're sinking their planes. They're not sinking the boat. They're sinking their planes. Now, they were shocked for a minute. This services company was actually shocked for a minute. And then said, how do we take this forward? Well, that's where you need to be an expert about. Right? I have given them. Now, the skadoosh thing, if you have seen this, the movie that I'm talking about all this while, is I have given this, services company 1 year at a time. If they don't go and talk, my company will go and demonstrate the same thing. So, and we are the pirates of the Indian IT testing industry. We steal projects away from existing services companies, and that's how we've been growing our company. We steal projects away from existing services companies by demonstrating value that nobody else has actually demonstrated, so far. And that's the way we make things grow. What we are hoping with this is the employers, note that employers will not change because you need to do better testing. Wipe that out of your mind. Employers will only change if their bottom line is hit, if their top line is hit, and that's what they care about. And what companies like TestSmile and the other company that I'm running will do is probably trouble a little bit, but we will not be able to make the change till you all come together and make the change. I'm not asking you to join any of our companies. I'm asking you to build your own company. And I can tell you that you can do it. Because if those guys whom I showed, could do it, you can also do it. Thank you very much for patiently listening to me. That's it. If you still have any questions to ask to me, I will be happy, to help you out. Yep. Intimidated by the panda. Skadoosh. Eliminated. Or nothing more to ask. Everything is made very clear. Do you have a disagreement with whatever I said? I understand this topic is very sensitive, but do you have a disagreement with whatever I said? Or none of you disagree? Yes, you disagree?
Just echoed our sentiments. You are not given a solution to that except that you become an employee. That's all. That's not the solution for everything that you put on the board.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you 7 years ago, I still echoed the problem. And people ask me, what are you doing about it? You're just okay, complaining. What are you doing about it? Okay, and then I said, okay, let me do something about it. And what I have done is I have tried to create a different culture. Okay. Rahul. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay, I'm very glad someone asked this. You were listening to me. Thank you very much for that. Just to give you an example on the interviewing part, I did mention that, okay, Rahul's company and my company ask people, okay, to come out with the test report or to, okay, submit their code for us to analyze and then say what kind of a tester you are, okay, do you have the skill set that requires to do this kind of a job? Okay, that's one side where we are actually filtering out the fakers, we are actually filtering out the pretenders, okay, from actually joining the companies. If every organization were to do like this, okay, don't take me wrong, there is one place in Hyderabad, I don't know which place is that. Can can somebody help me? There is some place in Hyderabad which is actually specialized to give fake certificates. That will just be, okay, eliminated. Okay? Huh? Amir Pit, yeah. You can walk in, you can get any certificate you want, right? Okay, that will be eliminated. That can create a big change in the industry. I mean, small things, okay, translate to big things. That is one. Okay, the other thing that I was talking about is, okay, in terms of the culture that we are actually, consistently working on, we don't ask people to write the test cases, okay, submit a metrics that actually bothers people. We ask people, what value are you adding to the customer? What business value, okay, is this particular, testing you're doing, helping our customers and the customer's customer, okay? And we are not having any kind of an appraisal or number or anything like that. Oh, I have to tell you this. We have the highest firing rate. We fire testers if they're not good. We don't wait for 1 year to tell them they're not good, which is what happens in every company. So, okay, it kind of gives a false sense of security to people if they are going to only be told during the appraisal cycle. If you are like a deer who has to run every day to survive, your legs will be strong. And if you want to survive as a deer, you have to keep your legs very strong. Okay, that is what we are looking at. But however, if you can outrun any lion, you don't need to worry. You will not have the fear anymore. Okay, so that is another example of the culture part. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. We're not doing anything new. Okay, I didn't complete. Okay, I didn't complete. We're not doing anything new. We are just absorbing the good contents very well. And that is the hardest part, okay, for companies today because they are walled by processes. We don't have any processes. We don't want to flaunt saying that, okay, come to us because we have a CMM certification. Okay, come to us because we have a people CMM certification. We don't have that problem. So we are, okay, giving testers to experiment. We understand that, okay, testing is experimenting and experiments can fail. But the way the other services companies work is, oh, no, don't do this, you will fail. We are okay with people to fail. Okay, this is also a very big differentiator, okay, from other companies. If experiments didn't fail, we don't have this bulb. Well, people don't realize that. Okay, so we are a company which focuses on the true innovation when it comes to testing. And I can actually tell you, like for example, we work for companies like, let's say, Flipkart. Okay, what we do for them is we do a competitor analysis on how their competitors are actually changing their businesses, their websites, and all that, which may impact these people's business. So all our testers understand the business context of the customer. And in other companies, they are so far separated from the guys who are running the business that in most organizations, they don't even get to talk to the business guys. So we have actually cleared all of that. We have made it a very spongy, transparent system for testers to absorb great information and deliver value. Now another thing that we do is the startup projects. All these big services companies with huge cash pile, they will not work with people who have awesome ideas who want to do a product. What we are actually doing is we are actually giving free testing services to all the startups in the world. Free. Till you make your money, we will not actually charge you. Why is that thought process? The way we train our testers is also like that. From day one, they're on projects. There is no bench in our company. Infosys has like a 20% bench. All other big companies has a 20% bench. What is the bench there? Why are they wasting the people's time there? And most of these people on the bench are very young people. I have my friend who was in bench for the first 9 months since he joined. What is about his future? He's going to be 1 year experienced. Is he 1 year experienced? He's not. 9 months experience in bench. And that's like a rehabilitation center. Right? So, what we are doing is we are actually cutting across all of those things. It is very simple. I am not doing anything that is actually new. I am doing what everybody knows very well, and actually putting it into action. That is where the strength comes from. We still are yet to do something fabulously new. But look at the world. We don't need to do anything new to be able to differentiate from all of them. We are already being seen different by our customers. So if you're actually talking about what kind of what's the value we are writing about is in terms of you want to say something? Yes. Of course. But also look at the community service there. We have given life to 15 startups so far. Yeah, right.
Wearing the hat of employer, I'm a poor tester over here. I'm just trying to understand what my employer is not doing, which is making me unhappy.
Can you repeat that question?
Please. What is my employer is doing that is making me unhappy? I don't see any reason. Now if you go in, it's not a manufacturing industry. If you go in a manufacturing industry, yes, there are workers who are being taken left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Now companies have grown up. They have given a quite good independence.
Sorry to interrupt you. Have you heard about the factory model for software testing?
Yeah.
And do you know companies like IBM also do that?
Why? We need
The
to
factory
understand
model
why
for
it
testing?
has come. No,
Factory
we need
model
to
for
understand why
testing?
it has come into the picture
Well,
now.
okay. Let's talk about it. Test center of excellence.
Yep.
I'm sorry. What's the center of excellence? What have these test center of excellences produced for the world? Bullshit. How many test center of excellence are there? How much of power they have in terms of the money to buy stuff? And what's these people? Where are the role models for people in India? Show me a 19-year-old tester writing a blog. And being able to test for large companies. Show me that in any of the company that you have actually worked for. Well, I can't even apply to Infosys. I can't apply to Accenture because I don't have an ISTQB certification. I care a boo about it. This is what companies are doing. They are making industrialized factory approach to prevent people from entering into the system who can actually question. Those who score below 60% are the ones who are going to question you. So systematically they've eliminated them. That's how to dissect and actually see it. Why should someone extremely talented or not be given a job in Infosys just because they have less than 60%? So far, nobody has complained about it. Nobody has actually told you suck. Nobody has said that.
It's company's policies. Right? Yeah, absolutely. You cannot say
it is our
it's
company's
policies. See,
exactly.
Tomorrow if I come
Exactly. These policies exist because nobody has challenged them. And what I am doing and what I am asking